everyone, Jay Cottrell here with LPT Realty here in the Tri-Cities and Southwest Virginia. And it's Monday, which means it's time for another edition of Real Estate Talk with Jay, where I go over local market statistics, but also relevant information about the real estate market in general or our local market here for you. Now, today, you're going to get two for the price of, well, no, you're going to get two for the price of two. Today's video is going to be split up into two parts. So one, I do want to kind of show you a little bit about what happened last week in our local market, but then I also want to explain to you changes that are coming up in the real estate industry that'll be effective August 17th. So that will be in the second video. But right now, let's go ahead and take a quick look at a couple statistics from our local market. First, the number of new listings has trailed off a little bit. No surprise, it's the back to school time. Not many people are interested in trying to handle back to school and putting their house on the market at the same time. So that's no surprise there. We typically see this little bit of slowdown. The only negative thing about it is it really hasn't been that great of a pace all year. The other thing that changed last week is it looks like buyers took some serious advantage of those drop in interest rates last week. So if you weren't paying attention, interest rates dropped pretty significantly last week, down into the mid to low sixes. And it looks like buyers took advantage of that, because if you see on this pending sales contract, we had a pretty good blip in the amount of homes that went under contract last week. But again, that's still not as high as it has been, but definitely higher than the previous weeks and maybe the month beforehand. So buyers definitely took advantage of those interest rates, which is just further proof of what I keep trying to tell everyone, that if the interest rates drop, buyers are going to come out of the woodwork, because so many people are waiting on interest rates to drop to buy a home, to sell their home so they can buy a new home. So that's just going to ramp up competition. And because of that gain in contracts last week and in buyer activity last week, we have seen our inventory sort of level off again. So while we were making pretty good increases in gains in the amount of homes that we had available to purchase in our area, that has, for the moment at least, leveled off. Prices are still up. If we look at the list prices, you can see that is still moving up, but at a much slower pace than it was in the previous few years, as well as sales prices. We have still seen healthy sales price growth this year. It's in the single digits. We have not seen sales price depreciation, but we have seen a slow in the price gains, which is good for buyers and sellers. Buyers no longer have to worry about increasing their budget every month or so because of the increasing in prices, but sellers can still have a peace of mind to know that their home is still appreciating in value, just at a much more normal appreciation rate. So that's kind of the big things that happened last week. Again, to recap, we did see kind of buyers take advantage of the low interest rates last week and come out and buy homes, which put a plateaued our inventory a little bit for the week. And that, combined with fewer homes coming on the market than normal, is what caused that plateau. And that's just where we are currently. So if you have any more specific questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll be glad to answer them for you. And also, stick around for the next video, the part 2 of today's video, that explains the changes coming up in the real estate industry here at the end of the week. So that's it for this week. We'll see you next week.